So, Ronnie, we have 2 visitor centers. One down at Jacuzzi, one at the Toscana Hotel on the Plaza. People call us, they text us, they ask us questions. We have professional staff, we have 24 volunteers, and they help visitors every day with all sorts of questions. Well, today, Ronnie, you are going to become one of our volunteers, and you're going to help me in this segment we call We Get Questions. Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
These are real questions.
Okay.
Hi, I'm seeking a restaurant with really good burgers and a decent bar within walking distance of some good ice cream. Bonus points if the restaurant has a nice patio.
Bonus points if the restaurant has a nice patio.
So it's burgers,
Decent bar.
walk to ice cream. So those are the 3, right?
I mean, immediately what I'm thinking is Burger and Vine.
It's in their name. Burger.
They got a lot of different drinks. They got good burgers.
They do.
Right next door to Sweet Scoops.
Right.
So I mean, that is immediately what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
So I was thinking when this one popped up, I'm like, that one's really easy.
Yeah, I hope they're all that easy.
So that's a good one. And then also, if Sweet Scoops is busy, or if you want to walk a little bit further, Chocolate Cow has
great,
ice cream. Max wasn't there as a football coach when you were there. No. So the chocolate maker is the football coach. So it's really funny to go in there because he's always making chocolate. But then when football season's around, he's also like talking to the kids and the parents while like making truffles and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Chocolate Cow is a great place as well. So good. Yeah, that's a simple one. And really good burgers. There's lots of places with good burgers. So
there's lots of places with good burgers in town.
Yeah. Like if you go up Valley up to Palooza, has good burgers up there.
Palooza has good. Sonoma Grill has a good burger.
Sonoma Grill has the back patio. People don't know about it, and good seafood if people are into oysters and stuff like that. And from there, you can also walk to ice cream because it's on the other side of the plaza. But
Plaza's not that big. No.
It's not that far.
You can make your rounds.
You can definitely go around it. So, and I think EDK has a good burger. The same sort of thing. So there's lots of good burgers that you can get to, and then you can all go back to Sweet Scoops or Chocolate Cow. And
Either
get or Strauss soft serve at the Slice Shack.
I'm gonna have to try that. Yeah, I didn't know they were doing that.
Shouldn't you, as an alumni, get like some sort of like deal or something?
I should just walk in there and serve myself.
I think there's a brass plaque with your name on it.
Most pizzas ever made,
right there.
by
this
a
guy.
single person.
Do you still have like that the pizza dough memorized like the recipe?
The recipe? No, I don't. I can still toss the dough.
No, but pizza dough is like the secret. The dough is the secret to good pizza.
Dough and sauce.
Yeah.
Dough and everything else you can get by on. Dough and sauce. You got to.
You can't fake it. And that's why when you have the crappy, pizza, you're like, this is bad because the dough just it's not there. Or
the crust is just terrible.
Yes.
It's not cooked right. It's soggy.
I've been talking about doing an all pizza episode here. We just bring in some of the pizzas from all around the entire county, and we just do a taste test.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll have to add you to that list.
Okay.
Because I have a bunch of people who are like, I want to be on that show.
That'd be great.
See, wouldn't it? It'd be kind of fun. All right, another question we got. Are there any youth hostels in Sonoma? Yeah, do you know what youth hostel is? Have you heard of that?
No.
Okay, so youth hostel was back in the day, back when your VW buses were popular.
Okay.
Hosteling was a thing where young people kind of backpack, like around Europe or Asia, and rather than getting a hotel, they would stay in a dormitory style building. So like there would be a common room. Oftentimes there's lots of coffee, breakfast, and then you would have rooms that you really rent a bed. And so you could do a hostel. It's a very cheap way to travel around. They've gotten a little fancier. Some of them have private rooms or like smaller rooms with like just a couple beds. But the classic hostel is like, it's like a barracks,
Yeah.
And this is how like a lot of people in the 60s and 70s and 80s would kind of travel around affordably, especially internationally. But I'll hop in and say, in Sonoma Valley, there aren't any hostels per se.
I was going to say I couldn't think of one.
No, and it's kind of funny because I always thought it would be an interesting business to try, but typically you have to be on a route where there's either a train or good bus service. And Sonoma Valley is a little bit of a cul-de-sac in the transportation. We're kind of up here. If you were closer, like towards Petaluma or on 101 where the buses run, or on Amtrak, much more likely. Yeah.
I think that's part of why Sonoma is special, though. We're kind of cut off.
We are.
We're doing our own thing.
No, we are. We are definitely. We are off the beaten path in some regards, and it's great for visitation. I had someone who ran a logistics company in Sonoma, he goes, I don't know why I'm here. I'm like, yeah, we are not on the main road.
No,
like, why are you here? He's like, I like living here. But he did have to move the company a little out of town. But there are some in San Francisco. So there are youth hostels in San Francisco. So what I would say to anybody, you can come up here for the day. And if you can get up here, then you can also take a bus tour with West Wine Tours. So
BW Wine Tour. It's a great day.
Best way to do it. Okay, here's a really crazy one we saw on Facebook. It's not crazy, it's just interesting and off the wall. I thought we should try this one. Does anyone know a restaurant or place that serves really good mashed potatoes? I got a procedure done for my teeth and can only eat soft foods, and I'm really craving mashed potatoes. Yeah, mashed potatoes. Who's got good mashed potatoes?
I don't know. I know the scallop potatoes. I can't think of.
Yeah.
Can't think of the mashed potatoes.
I wonder if like the Swiss has like it sounds like a very classic dish.
Yeah.
Right. Mashed potatoes are something that they're so basic, but important. You know.
I feel like mashed potato. It's hard to mess up.
Right.
But it's even harder to do perfect.
Yes.
I think it's almost so simple that it becomes difficult.
Yes. And if you over whip them or if you do it wrong. Yeah. So I bet you Sonoma Grill probably has good mashed potatoes. I've never gone to a place thinking of mashed potatoes.
I don't think I've ordered mashed potatoes from a restaurant. That's to me, that's usually like it's a home dish.
Yeah. When do you eat mashed potatoes?
When I go visit my mom and she makes mashed potatoes.
Right. Oh, okay. Hold on. There is a place, Willie Bird's, up in Santa Rosa, where they have Thanksgiving dinner year round.
Really?
And I bet you they have mashed potatoes. Willie Bird's, yeah.
Huh.
So that might be it.
The only thing I could think of in town would be like Black Bear.
Oh, exactly.
Black Bear
would probably have it. I bet you they do.
Yeah. I know they have mashed potatoes.
Okay, you've had them there?
I just don't know the quality of these mashed potatoes.
Right. Well, we'll assume for the sake of the podcast.
We'll assume they're good.
You can go to Black Bear Diner. You know what Black Bear is good at is like a small cheeseburger at the counter. It's just like the perfect, quick, delicious, classic lunch.
Yeah. Or like a patty melt.
Yes.
Their patty melt. Their breakfast. You get a big plate of breakfast and you're not breaking the bank.
No, it's a good spot.
Yeah.
I do like Black Bear. So, okay, so that one almost did stump me. I should have done a little more research, but I think you're absolutely right. I think Black Bear is a good catch.
I think Black Bear would be the one.
Good job, man. You should do this for a living, Ronnie. You're good at answering questions.
Okay.
Final question. We got a couple walked in and they said, where are the hot springs?
Well, it's funny. Like we have Boys Hot Springs.
Right.
We have Morton's used to be the pool.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
I couldn't narrow down the exact spot of a hot spring.
Right.
I couldn't tell you.
So, and this is interesting, right? Where are the hot springs? Because you just said Boys Hot Springs.
Yeah.
Which is named after Colonel Boys. We've got Agua Caliente, Spanish for hot water. Incidentally, the continuation high school was called Agua Caliente High School. So if you didn't get through the Dragons, through Sonoma Valley High, you had to go to Hot Water High, which is kind of funny.
Hot water.
Fetter's Hot Springs.
Yeah.
And I probably just forgot one because I interrupted myself. But so these were springs that were/are in Sonoma Valley. They're geothermal springs. But it's important to note because of some activity that created the springs, geothermal activity as well as tectonic shift, the springs are not quite where they used to be. They shifted during some tectonic shift. That's how tourist people talk about earthquakes. There was tectonic shift. And so in 1906, after a slight shift, a slight realignment of the Earth's crust, some of the springs did not come up exactly where they used to. There are still springs, though, and they're still there. They're not as active as they were. Okay. So if you go to Morton's Warm Springs in Glen Ellen, there are hot springs, but they do feed their pool. And the Sonoma Creek that comes down has some of the springs that come out. I think they call it a fumarole, which is like where the hot water kind of like comes out.
Yeah.
But it's not like a geyser.
Because I used to go to Morton's when I was younger, and then we'd go to the creek after.
Yeah.
And nothing stuck out to me.
No, they're just seeps of like hot water.
Yeah.
But it's not like super hot.
Yeah.
Anything like that. Did you get poison oak?
No.
Okay, good for
we used to catch crawdads. That was the whole thing. We'd go back there, catch crawdads. And
what do you remember about Morton's? Do you remember how many pools there
are? I believe there was there three? Three? Yeah, I think there was three. For me, we would do like baseball parties there, birthdays.
Yeah, the big lawn that slopes up.
Big lawn.
You can play wiffle ball there.
That's what we did. We go swimming. We play some wiffle ball.
Yeah, there's a game room. There's ping pong and stuff like that.
Pull out the football.
Soft serve ice cream and stuff like that.
Yeah. Morton's is great.
It is. It's a good spot. It's open there in the summer. And it's a classic style old family resort. I love going there.
I like the old school.
Yeah.
Old school feel.
It's not fancy.
No, but it's fun.
But it's fun.
It's fun.
Not fancy, but it's fun.
Yeah.
That's, you know what? I think we have a new tagline.
It's not fancy, but it's fun. There you go.
That's who we are right there. So, Ronnie, you have answered all the questions correctly. You did a great job. You're amazing. Oh, I should mention there's hot springs. Sorry. Fairmont Sonoma Mission Inn does have an entire spa.
That's true. That is true.
Have hot springs, but that is a paid experience. You don't just walk into the hot springs. But yeah.